Hello Floppycats subscribers, today we are doing the final product review for the Neko Chan Neko Telescoping Rod, as well as the Birbug, which is the attachment that goes with the telescoping rod. So let's start out with the Birbug. It's called a Birbug, and I'll show you the spelling of that here. Because it's a bird and a bug in one. It's got iridescent wings and then kind of a buggy body. It has antenna, feathers, and then that iridescent tail. And it's quite a large attachment compared to the other attachments we've had from Neko Flies. So Neko Chan makes Neko Flies. And then there is the telescoping rod, which has a 5-inch cork handle, which your hand fits around pretty easily. And then it's telescoping, so it expands from, I think it's 18 inches to 32 inches. The numbers on there might be a little bit off. Yeah, no, 18 to 32, and then it's got a 25-inch in the middle setting. So it has these guides, and you just kind of lightly twist and pull out to expand to the next level for the guides. And in my arrival video, I mistakenly put the attachment for the Birbug on the last guide, which you don't ever want to do because that jeopardizes the the tension there, and then the rod's gonna break and it won't last as long. It is a graphite rod, and you want to make sure that the guides all line up so that way it's sturdier. And you can take the attachment, the Birbug attachment, and feed it through all the guides to make it even shorter, or you can reduce down the rod to make the attachment kind of longer as well. I also have some Neko Fly wand toys here with me, so we have 2 rods to show you the difference between the telescoping rod and the Neko Fly ones. So these are both made by Neko Chan. This was their original product, and Neko Chan also makes these Neko Nappers. This is the pet house, and then they have a pet sleeping bag. Trig's obsessed with that pet house. I wish I could have gotten him yesterday because I pulled out the Birbug to play with, and he was so excited that he was like, meow, 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 like begging to play with it. Okay, before we start playing, before I show you how it's done, just real quick, the cool thing about these is that you can undo the attachment and switch it out to something else. So we could put the Birbug on the Neko Flies attachment. So in other words, if you are fine with your rod, don't need a new rod, and already have a Neko Flies rod, you can just buy the Birbug attachment and use your old Neko Flies rod. And then you can also, if you have different attachments and just want a new rod, you can always buy the just the rod as well. But there is a combo pack for the 2 of them on Amazon, so I'll include a link in the about section to that. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we shall play. So the biggest thing is just not putting it in the that last guide. I really like that it can be reduced down because it's easier to store that way. If you go to cat shows or anything like that, it makes it easier to you know, bring in a suitcase that fits in a 20-inch suitcase, because it can be reduced down. So it's not a problem that you might have with other cat wand toys. And then, you know, if I reduce down the telescoping rod, you're supposed to grab on those little, they have these little rubber things right there that make it kind of like a suction, and then allows it to get snug down in there. And then let's see if you kind of just twist a little bit, it kind of helps it reduce down. Okay. And then see, I've reduced it down so I have a lot more swing to the rod, and you can just figure out whatever works for you. I haven't seen necessarily any benefit to one way or the other, although I don't like a really short string. I do know that. And I usually, I mean, for the sake of this video, I'm just doing doing it on this couch because it's a lot easier to keep him in one place. But whoa! See, I don't stay in one place when you flick it someplace else. But usually what I do is I go all around my living room and have him jump from one chair to the other, to the couch, to the chair, to the other. And that helps with exercise. Cat wand toys are awesome for exercise. They're awesome for bonding with your cat. They're awesome if you are trying to transition your cat from, let's get him. If you're trying to transition your cat from dry food to wet food, it's a great one. It's great for that as well, because exercise stimulates hunger, and then hunger stimulates, okay, fine, I'll eat that wet food. I don't care about dry food. That's my favorite, with the whole body and even the back paws. That's so funny. Can you do that again? Because that's funny. Yes! I'm watching him, but then I'm trying to watch in the camera. Cat wand toy reviews are so difficult when it comes to videos. They're fun as heck, but they're hard when it comes to videos because oh, ooh, waboo! With the head and stuff, what's wrong? I love how excited they get when I pull out a cat wand toy. It's just, I don't know. It's like a little kid at Christmas to me. They're like, yeah, we gotta play. What are we gonna play? I'm gonna play. So we've reviewed a lot of cat wand toys at this point, and they all differ slightly. Neko Flies cat wand toys seem to be really well put together, and they hold up really well. That was when Ellen was creating Neko Chan and Neko Flies, one of her biggest complaints was how quickly a cat wand toy fell apart. And so she, has all this stuff really in there, and I'm pulling pretty hard to see if it will come out, because, your cat's going to pull pretty hard on it, especially if you're playing with it. Now, with all of that said, to maintain the longevity of something like this, you want to put it away when you're not playing with them, because they, can really, it's like leaving a dog with a tennis ball. If you just play with the dog with the tennis ball is going to last a lot longer than leaving the dog alone with the tennis ball, and then you got bits and pieces of green felt all over the place. Same with a wand toy attachment. You gotta, for the longevity of it, put it away, and for their safety. Because if they, for example, swallowed apart and got really sick, you've got a huge surgery bill on your hand, or worst case scenario, that it gets stuck, you didn't know that they ate it, and you have got a dead kitty on your hands. So I really do recommend putting these up and away when you're not playing with them. I keep mine on top of the refrigerator, some place where my cats can't get to and don't attempt to get to. And then I know that they're safe. So in the About section, I will include a link to where you can buy the Neko Flies, Birbug, and telescoping rod on the internet. I will also include a link to Neko Chan's website if you want to learn more about their products and whatnot. I'll include a link to our review on floppycats.com. So if you like to read the written review stuff, it will be there. And one of my subscribers recently asked me to include places where toys are sold maybe locally. I don't know. Neko Chan would have locations for that, so you can go to their website and then contact them if they don't have a locations part. But from my understanding, they're sold at independent pet stores throughout the United States and Canada. And for example, if you live in the Kansas City area where I am, I've seen them at the Brookside Barkery. I haven't been there recently, so I don't know if the Birbug and telescoping rod are there. And I've also seen them, I think, at Land of Paws. But Neko Flies are definitely at those locations. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Helps our channel grow and helps me bring you more products like this to review. Something else I actually just remembered, that little sound right there, I think was unintentional from Neko Flies to begin with. It happens with their other cat wand toys, but it really it's an audio sound that helps remind the cats of how much fun they have when they play with this. So when they hear that sound, they come running. I actually just went to the top of the refrigerator and both of my cats are like, "What? Okay, let's go. Let's play." Bub, you got caught right there? Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna get back to Tiggy. When you're exercising them, though, it's really good to get them up and down and up and down. Just like us. If he will go down. He's like, "I'm kind of tired. Can it just come to me? I am a ragdoll. I'll just play like a ragdoll." Okay. Oh my gosh, look how cute he is. Oh god, oh god. Why are you so stinking cute? I could eat you, you're so cute. I'm gonna eat you because you're so cute. Good job, bud. Bub's coming your way. So you guys can't tell, but I'm really yanking at it, and it's not, you know, coming apart, and it's not, the rod isn't breaking. Ooh, ooh. I don't want to get him hurt. Okay, I'm going to go top of the cat power tower. Ooh. Somebody needs better aim. That would be me. He's gone. Go get it. Somebody's... Yes! Why are you guys so stinking cute? Bub, you're gonna be panting? Okay. Tig, let's try to do from there. Oops. Somebody needs a better cameraman. Ready, Tig, do? Bam, on the couch. He's getting tired. We'll see you next time.